Hi, I'm Lloyd from Bumstead Bicycles, and the other day I came across an article in Bicycling Magazine that I'm really excited to talk about today. One of the brands we carry here in the store is Aventon, and they rated the Aventon Level as the best of the cheap e-bikes. Don't like the word cheap. You may have heard in some of my other videos. Inexpensive, I think, is the proper term, because this bike is anything but cheap. Two of the criteria they said they liked two things, and one that they didn't. Two that they liked was that it had a suspension fork, and that it was, if I'm not mistaken, a Shimano drivetrain component, which again, both of those features I really like. The one thing they said they didn't like was that it had no lights. My opinion on that is that there's a lot of bikes out there that will come with lights, but then you're stuck with that. They may not be enough lumens, they may be mounted in a weird spot. There's so many different aftermarket lights that can be bolted to this bike, wide range of choices, brightness, they call it usually lumens when they're referring to how bright the lights are, but where you mount them, flashing, non-flashing, that rechargeable standard battery. Again, the one thing, yes, some of the other bikes from Aventon do come with integrated lights. It is an advantage for just convenience of there are lights there. You never have to charge a battery or replace a battery, but I like the choices that you get by it not having them. Just wanted to take a minute. So many of my customers will always ask, well, what do you think of this bike? What do you think of that? And they did a quick paragraph here of how they tested the bikes, and I think that might help in maybe if you go out and do test rides on bikes, some of the criteria, or just in comparing bikes, some of the criteria. Again, Bicycling Magazine's been around forever. I value their input into this. So I'm just gonna quickly read this. It says, our team of experienced testers spent many hours and miles using most of these bikes for their intended purpose. I've personally ridden and tested many of them to and from work, used them to stock up on groceries, tested their passenger hauling abilities, ridden them on questionable terrain to see how they handle, and run their batteries down to officially see how long they last on one charge. Myself and the bicycling team evaluated every model on performance, price, comfort, handling, value, reliability, fun, and overall E-factor to come up with these recommendations that we believe will best serve the needs of anyone looking to add a little pedal assist to their ride. I think they covered just about everything. Most people in the US now live in a major metropolitan area. For those of you that aren't anywhere near somewhere where you can test ride one of these, makes it tough. So again, you have to rely on maybe somebody else giving a review of a bike that you're looking at. Here in our store, we sell a lot of the Level. My son, who's 33 years old, rides one of these. He can have any bike he wants. We carry Trek, a very well-known, they have bikes, from $2,500 and up. He chose the Level. He felt that it was the perfect commute, go to the grocery store, again, all the things that bicycling is describing and why they picked this bike. Here in our store, we find our customers, same thing. When they look at all the different choices out there and they want a bike to be used also for fun, but the utility of it. Fenders, rack, front suspension fork. The look of the frame, the integrated battery. A lot of bikes, especially in the inexpensive versions, have a battery that just looks kind of stuck to the frame. Very functional, very inexpensive to do, But again, this is on a Trek that's $2,600. $1,800 bike. Battery beautifully integrated into the frame. Another thing they didn't mention in the article, but to me is very important in bikes and in choosing a bike, is sizing. I can't tell you how many different brands of bikes I've looked into, because as you're probably seeing, there's hundreds out there. If I see one size fits all, I scream. People aren't one size fits all. You look over here, go and look at from Trek, Specialized, Giant, name any of the big bike shop brand bikes, and look at just a normal bike. Whether it's a mountain bike, a fitness bike, there will be 4 to 5 different sizes for that one bike. But yet in e-bikes, they love to just try and sell you a one size fits all. Not. Red flags go up all over the place. Why would they do that? Well, on their end, it's to save money. It's too expensive to build 4 different sizes. These guys in step-through frames do 2 sizes, which tends to be awesome. It seems to fit the bulk of everybody. Now, does it fit everyone? Of course not. I had a gentleman, he was 6'7". Gonna be hard to fit him on a bike. Somebody under 5 feet tall might be a little difficult. They don't do an extra small. They don't do an extra large. In standard frames, Aventon most of the time will do 2 or 3 frame sizes. Again, at least they've got something there. They're not just shoving everybody on one size bike. To me, that is huge. Obviously, if you're right in that middle zone, not an issue. But if you're even close on the extreme, you're being forced into a bike that doesn't quite fit right. We've all had clothes that are that way, and you can still wear them, but it's not as nice as something that fits you appropriately. So, as you can tell here, I'm very passionate about sizing on bicycles. It's important that you're comfortable on these things. And with the E, you're gonna be on them a while. You know, it's not gonna be a 10 or 15 minute ride. You're gonna go out for an hour, hour and a half. You wanna be comfortable. Suspension fork obviously gives you some more comfort. To me, it's not the most critical. They mentioned it because a lot of bikes in this price point won't have a fork. Overall though, I valued that Bicycling Magazine kind of confirmed what we see here in the store. It is probably our best overall bike that we sell e-bike wise in the shop. Thanks for listening, and please, if you will, like and follow. It really helps so I can make some more videos for you. Thank you. If you happen to live in the area and you enjoyed these videos, please come in and say hi. If you're not local to the area and you're interested in buying some of the items we talk about, in the description below we should have links to the items. Thanks.